ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look what we can find for this week. Just quick while on the economy calendar, you can see we have loads of high impact news from different countries. So if you have any running trade on USD, Euro, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, GBP, New Zealand dollar, you definitely need to keep your eyes on the news. Let's have a look. The first pair for me is gold at the moment. Bigger picture, it's still bullish for me. You can see the price rejected to the daily 78.60. I set the previous high, so the highest high for long-term target, and also the -27. That's all basically here. And you can find we have a nice opportunity today after the market open. So you can see and it's bullish. The price broke the counter trend line, and after it's retested, the daily I can put the first Fibo from low to high, and you can find the price came back to the 78.60. So it also indicates the price will be continue to the upside. -27. -68. Okay, so after we can find the price broke the counter trend line, start pushing to the upside, and looks like it's created the bullish M. And I'm just put the Fibo from low to high. You can find the between the trend line and the counter trend line and the Fibo connection at the 1898.35 level. Also, I use the Fibo trick on the 1 hour. So I just put it from low to high, and you can see it's also 127, matches perfectly with the 61.80, and it was the line chart entry at this point. I use the 39 pips for the stop loss, and you can see I'm targeting now the H4 -68 level. The first target is the 1920. The second one is the 1929, and the TP3 is the 1938, and after we will see. So it was the gold setup. I think I have two scenarios at the moment. The first one, possible the price will be rejected to this level and it's make some pullback to the trend line one more time. Or the second scenario, so we know exactly it was the 61.80. And if the price complete the move, the -27, after we can expecting some bigger pullback to the trend line. We go from low to high, and you can see it also matches with the 78.60 level. So this is what I think. If the price rejected to the previous high, we can use the Fibo from low to high. We just need to wait for the first red candle, and basically you can see the 78.60 level, it's really close to each other. So this is what I'm expecting, a little bit push to the upside to the previous high or to the -27. after bigger pullback to the trend line. Also, if we look left, we can find here strong support resistance level, and after another long position. Have you any question, guys, from gold?
So I can still get in after a pullback, or do you think it's going to go up higher at the 60?
At the moment we're just waiting because it's still possible pushing higher, and we never buy high. So if you want to buy, you need to wait for bigger pullback to the downside. But actually, I think the best entry after it's complete the move and make the pullback around 1,902 level. Also, we can find very strong support resistance level. So we just need to wait a little bit, and after we can take long somewhere here. Have you any question?
Bence, what do you think? I draw Fibo from 1913 to 1896.
Can you do my screen, please? Vagy mondhatod is, Mark, mondj gyorsan magyarul.
Na izétől a 913-57-től húz le a Fibót, oda, ahol beszálltál.
Innen föntről lefele, vagy lentről?
Aha, föntről lefele. Az utolsó high-tól, oda le. Ha megnézed, if you see, here is 7860, and could be a pullback to 1901, I think. So it and I also checked the RSI, and where there is a divergence, and could be now the pullback later.
So this one?
Yes, like here.
Yeah, it's absolutely possible.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
We just need to wait basically for the first red candle. It's still possible close the next candle blue. So once the candle is closed, after we can play the Fibo.
Yep.
So a little bit, we need to stay patient. Okay. Let's have a look Euro USD. Euro USD pushing really nice also to the upside. We can find similar things. Go from low to high. You can find the price came back to the 61.80. From here. You can find the counter trend lines broken. I just said the TP previous high and the new high. We can find the counter trend line broken and retested. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. So from low to high, you can find the price came back at the 61.80 level. Also, it's looking strong support and resistance level. And after it started pushing to the upside, I just adjusted the trend line a little bit. Let's set the H4 targets. 1, 2. These two, it's very close to each other. So let's move it just a tiny bit lower to the 1.1980 level. What was the perfect entry today? So we find it was the 61.80, and if we miss the trade, we don't need to do anything, just waiting for the pullback, and basically we can find another counter trend unbroken here, and up, down, up, down. So this is the bullish arm, Fibo from low to high, and you can see it was 78.60. And if I going down to the 1 hour, we can apply the Fibonacci trick as well here. So you can find the 78.60 and the -27 matches perfectly. Also, it's a strong support resistance level, and you can find the price reject to this level and start pushing to the upside. At the moment, the price sitting or almost top the -27. So the question, what will be happened at this level? If the price rejecting, we can expecting some pullback to the downside. So let's have a look. The first scenario, if the price stop on the -27, this is the Fibonacci what we can use, and you can see here is the 78.60 what matches perfectly with the trend line, and also if the price coming back down to there, we can find a nice reversal pattern. What is this, guys? Left shoulder, head, and right shoulder, and you can find also a nice order block here. You can see the 50 it also matches with the 61.8 and with the 78.60 level. The price pushing a little bit higher, and it's complete the move at the -68. We just need to place the Fibonacci a little bit higher, and here is the 78.60 still, so we can take the trade from here. We just need to wait basically for the first red candle, and after we can place it. Have you any question from Euro USD?
Hey,
How are you?
what candle are you going to wait? In what hour?
Say again, please.
In what hour are you going to wait for a red candle?
Basically, you can see the 4 hour, it's very bullish, and it's basically just two huge candle. If I'm going to the lower time frame, so just a little bit the trend line. Basically, you can see it's still very bullish on the 1 hour. So I'm just waiting the first red candle on the 1 hour, and after I will place the Fibonacci.
Can you zoom out, please?
On the 1 hour.
Thank you. Wow, looking good.
Yes. Yeah, so basically this is what I'm expecting at the moment on Euro USD. Bigger pullback to the trendline counter, trendline Fibonacci, support resistance level. We are waiting for the inverse head and shoulder, and after we can take a long position. Let's have a look. US 30. I told you last week, US 30, for me it's still bullish, and I can believe it will be create a new highest high, and after we can expecting some huge drop to the downside. The economy things showing a little bit different things, but technically this is what we can find. If I go into the weekly and I place the Fibonacci from low to high, you can find it back at the 78.60 level, and after it starts to continue to the upside, I can use the Fibonacci trick as well, and the -27 matches perfectly with that level. So previous high and the -27, the -68 is very far, so I don't want to mark up at the moment. You can do also trend line. from the low. So we can find up, down, bullish. If I go in actually on the daily we can find big bullish, and you can see the price start pushing to the upside. So basically that's all. On the weekly, we have trendline, pattern, Fibo, Fib trick. We make the marks up on the possibility long-term target. On the daily, we can find the price looks like moving in channel, and the price makes some bigger pullback Friday before the market closed, but it's recovered already. On the daily, we can find up, down, so bullish again. And if I place the Fibo from low to high, we can find again the price perfectly came back at the 61.80 level. So the next target will be 28,950 level. So that's all on the daily. We can find the price rejected at the 61.80 level after it started pushing to the upside, and this is what I'm expecting. I delete the Fibo and I continue to the lower time frame. Okay, on the 4-hour, we can find the price create the bullish M, low to high. You can find it came back to the 7860 level, and you can see basically the H4 minus 27 is matches perfectly with the last high. So I'm still waiting till we continue to the upside. We have one more confirmation on the previous high level. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. So I'll just place it back one more sec. So yeah, we can find the price at the moment sitting at the 7860 level. And we can find it's only rejected 1 time, but actually the price is still bullish. Before this trend line is not broken, I'm don't waiting for bigger pullback. Once the 7860 is broken, you can find the 127 level matches perfectly with the H4 minus 27. So if this level is broken, I think it will be fly there. If this level is respecting, we can wait for some bigger pullback to the downside. We just basically need to wait a nice red candle on the 4-hour, on the 1 hour. Let's have a look at the price respecting the 7860 level. So if the price respecting this level and it starts pushing to the downside, here is the first place where we can try to take a long position. We can find a really small red candle here. So if I place the Fibo from low to high, you can see the Fibo trick 161.80 is matches with the 61.80 level, and also if we are looking left on this level, you can find strong support and resistance level. So the question now, what's happening? If the price broke this trend line, I'm expecting bigger pullback around 28,630, and after I'm looking to take a long position, and I will target first the previous high on the daily, what is the 28,950. If the price just continue to the upside, basically I'm just waiting the price reach with this level, and after I'm looking or I'm waiting for bigger pullback, and maybe I try to take a long position.
Hey, Ben.
Hey, how are you?
Are you going to wait for a candle or just a buy limit?
From this level?
Yeah.
I think you can use buy limit. But you know, actually we can follow the move at lower time frame, and if you have one more Fibo confirmation, it would be awesome. Have you any question from US Terry? Okay, let's have a look. GBP, GPY. The bigger picture on GBP, GPY is still bearish. It's not questioned. You can see it looks like it's moving in a huge channel. At this point, the price almost stopped the 78.60 trend line. It's broken really clear, so it's not questioned. The first green candle closed. I can place the Fibo from high to low. You can find here is the 61.80, so it's the 139. And if I place the Fibo from low to high, you can see the minus 27 is also very close to the daily 61.80. And if the price came back to this level, looks like it will be create the head and shoulder, and after we can expecting the huge drop to the downside. So at the moment, it's still possible it's pushing a little bit higher before it's make the huge downside move. Basically, that's all on the weekly. You can set one weekly target. I can continue to the daily time frame. So what we can find the daily, can find M pattern here, and you can find the price looks like came back at the 78.60 level and start pushing to the upside. You can find the daily minus 27, which also matches with the weekly 61.80. So it's a good confirmation.
Apa? Iya, ini.
Let's go to the 4 hour. The 4 hour we can find counter trend line. It's broken very clear. So you don't need to do anything, just waiting for the red candle. This level is looking strong, so I think possible the price a little bit pushing higher after it's made the rejection on it and coming back to the downside, and it will be create the inverse head and shoulder, and we can take a long position 61.8 is a little bit higher, but we will see where is the price reject. Yeah, and I guess it's also, there is the 7860 level. So this is what I'm waiting on GBP, GPY. I think it will be pushing a little bit higher after it's coming back to the trend line, the counter trend line, and after we can take a long position and the price will be continue a little bit higher. After at the 139 level we can take a nice short position. So this is what I think from GBP, GPY. I'm waiting some pullback to the downside, and after I'm looking to take a long position. Have you any
And the
questions?
SL is 25 pips, eh?
Pardon?
Is the SL is 25 pips from
7860?
60.
Yeah, but I think just in case use 39 pips because the market is extremely volatile at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Have you any question from GP, GPY? So the last one, GBP AUD. GBP AUD, we can find the price rejected to the weekly trend line, so it start pushing to the upside. In the last low to high to low candle, we can find the 7860 is broken. So I think possible it will be top the 127 level. If we are looking left at the same level, we can find it's really strong. That's all on the weekly, so we know exactly it's bullish. Also the trend line is broken, and we have a new one here. From low to high, you can find the price create a bullish M. First it's rejected to the 61.80. After it starts pushing to the upside, rejected to the previous high, and let's make another pullback again at the 61.80, and that time it looks like broke the trend line, but we can see actually it's close above, so it was fake breakout. This level is looking really strong, so if the price is still respecting this level, possible it's make some bigger pullback to the downside before it's continue to the daily 127, what is 1.86500. So yeah, you can find the price top the minus 27. If it's pushing a little bit higher, possible it's reach with the minus 68 level, and after let's make the pullback. Let's have a look. Where is the daily 61.80? No. High. So if the price came back to this level, well, actually it's reached with the minus 68. After we can find it start to reject it on it, the 61.80, it's 1.8117. If we are look left at the same level, we can find many support and resistance. So I think it could be good for another long position. So we just wait some pullback to the upside, after some bigger pullback to the downside, and we can target the 1.86500 level. And after we will see what will be happen. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. the 4 hour, we can find the price came back to the 78.60 level, and the minus 27 is still a bit higher than the minus 68, but it's no problem. So the price reached with that level, and it's broke this trend line. We can be expecting the bigger pullback at this level, and this is the place where we are looking to take a long position. And you can see the price broke the 78.60, the 127 is matches with the daily 61.80 level. So it's another good confirmation. Basically, that's all from GBP. Do you have any question? Okay, guys, if you don't have any question, it was the weekly breakdown team call. Let's have a look what we can find. If you have any question, please just text me. If I find any nice opportunity, I will let you know. Take care. Have a great trading week, guys. See you
Thanks,
later.
Vince.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.